All right. Are we live? Checking. All right, we are live. So, yeah, I wanted to show you how I build a a property management Laravel script. I'm going to build it as a SaaS, software as a service, and yeah, so I'm going to build a SaaS software that is going to be managing property management, and I am going to be highly inspired by this Tenant Cloud. So let's open Tenant Cloud, which is going to be our inspiration. The reason why I am choosing Tenant Cloud as an inspiration is because I really love this software. If you're not interested in using your own software, you'd like to use a property management software, Tenant Cloud is like the best solution out there, and the pricing is very fair. It's very user friendly. It's very modern. It's very hard to find a modern script that is modern and user friendly at the same time. That is very hard. So Tenant Cloud it's perfect. So I want to build something like Tenant Cloud because I'm a developer and I also own real estate, and I thought, instead of buying software and paying, why don't I just build my own? So we are going to be building our own. It's not easy, but at the same time it's not hard. So in my system, I am going to be using Visual Studio Code in case you're a complete beginner. And I have installed Laravel 10. So we are currently running Laravel 10 in our system, and I'm mostly using WAMP server. So as you can see here, my server is already running. So yeah. So that's what you're going to do. So okay, I want Tenant Cloud to open so that you can see what I'm talking about. So I mean, this software is perfect from everything, from the design of the logo, the the landing page, and the dashboard. I'm going to log in here. The way they have simplified everything and still make it modern is actually very unique, and I think this is actually the way to go. You see, nowadays you find a software is either modern and hard to use, or old, boring, and easy to use. So it's very hard to find a balance whereby you can have a software that is modern and easy to use. So this is where I highly recommend. Something is wrong with my Wi-Fi. Okay, my Wi-Fi is very slow. So here we are. Okay, why is it taking too long to load? But anyway, so I have placed this link in the description. So the first thing you are going to do, by the way, this template that we're going to be using is called material. We're going to start from this template instead of building entirely from scratch. And the reason why I chose this template is because it's the closest one to looking like Tenant Cloud. So Tenant Cloud is loading, and yeah. So it's the closest one to looking like Tenant Cloud, so it's going to be easy to modify it and use it in our project. As you can see, it's quite beautiful. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to download the material. You're going to download the Laravel version, this one. You're going to download it, and let's have a live preview. Okay, Tenant Cloud is okay, it's still loading. So Okay, I think if other things can open quickly, I think they need to make sure they make Tenant Cloud as light as possible. Anyway, I'm logged in. So this is how Tenant Cloud looks like. It's very modern, as you can see. It's just beautiful. It has this menu that can do this. It can, when you hover on top of it, it opens up, and yeah, it's nice, and it's responsive. Everything is just modern. As you can see, the dashboard has those commonly used tasks on the dashboard. Unlike other dashboards like this one, let's go to example to this dashboard where you have all this stuff that most of the time, if you've ever used this software, most of the time you don't really pay too much attention on your dashboard, because as soon as you open, you go to these other places. So with this Tenant Cloud, they made such that those commonly used tasks are actually here on the dashboard, instead of just putting here pointless data, and making it as common as possible. So this is what you're talking about when you're talking about building software in accordance to how people use them. So another thing that I like about Tenant Cloud, for example, if I want to add a property, and so it has this beautiful pages where you can where you can create your property or whatever, and I really like it. So yeah, so here you see how beautiful it is, the way. So we're going to try and attempt to create this as close as possible, but yeah, not as 100% close, because we want to have the way I like to build my softwares is I want to have it functional first, then those tiny details I usually put them at the end. So most of the time, if I'm faced with a customization on the UI that is taking too long, I'll just leave it so that I can focus on other crucial functionality tasks, and then focus on it later on. So yeah, so this is our inspiration, as you can see. Yeah, so the first thing that we're going to do when building for this, we're going to download this material, and I want to download it so that you can, if you're a beginner, because once I was a beginner, I used to download these tutorials and never understood what was happening. So let's see if I have it. So I have it here. Download. You can extract. I'm just going to extract it. Okay. So extracted. Yes. So okay. So this is not the one actually. Okay. Yeah. So once you extract it, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to put my projects in this like another partition on my PC. I don't want to have my local drive full, so I'm going to create TerraBrand live. So a good practice when you're a programmer is make sure you don't have spaces between your naming, because this spaces, instead of having a space here, I'm just putting this I don't know what you call it. So yeah, and then I'm going to create a new folder. Now we're going to start moving very quickly. I'm going to call it the name of what I want to call this software. I'm going to call it 8RENTAL, and then I'm going to paste this inside. So like I said, I wanted to show you the entire process, because when I was a beginner, one of the problems that I had when you download this template, and then you want to load it on your server, it's not going to load. So let me show you what I mean. So file. So by the way, I'm going to open Visual Studio Code. We're going to go fast now. Visual Studio Code. I'm going to go to, where is my, okay, I'm going to go here. I'm going to open this folder, select folder. So I'm going to open the entire project in my folder. So we're going to wait for it to load. Okay, so yeah, trust. So if you are somehow familiar to Laravel, once you have this project, most of the time they are what you call packages. They're not yet installed. So let me show you what I mean. If I was to run this using PHP artisan serve right now, boom, you see, like everything is missing. So what you're going to do, let's enlarge that. We're going to have composer, then install. So it's going to install all the dependencies in this file composer.json. As you can see, all these dependencies are going to be installed. So yeah, press enter. Yeah, so this is going to take a while. So sometimes in other what you call in other scripts, you might load PHP artisan serve, which is the command for loading this on a local server. What will end up happening is that it will load, but you won't be able to access anything, like, because of all these dependencies are missing. And I think once you come here, wait, I want to show you some of the comments, because people are also like complaining, and I could sense that those people who are complaining are actually beginners. People are complaining that they are unable to. Okay, I forgot where I saw it, but people are complaining they're unable to use it, and it's very common. You find that it's. Let's see if I press here, if I'm going to. Okay, I didn't want you to download it twice. Is it in refuse? Okay. I was looking for the comments that I saw whereby people are complaining it's not working, but as a person who was once a beginner, I could tell that they're not aware that you need to do this, what I've just done here, compose and install. So yeah, it's still loading, by the way. It's going to take a while. So yeah, so let's go back to Tenant Cloud. So just show you some of the other things that I like, and maybe I'm not going to build it exactly like it is, but so when you come here to accounting, I think the downside it's like it takes too long to load, but it has a lot of features, maybe that's why. So yeah, so this is what I like about it. As you can see, so generally in any property management software, you have your properties, you have your units, you have your keys, you have your locks, you have your equipment. Yeah, okay, so here's what I like. So what I like about it is also it has this nice, shows map of any of your units. So I did add this unit, and once you open your whatever your unit, like, it has this beautiful page that shows your item. It's not a common page, as in, let's say let's go to our example. For example, here, let's say layouts. Most of the time it's usually should see something like this, and I'm looking for a layout. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, this one looks beautiful, by the way, but I just wanted to say that most of the time you'll find that these management scripts have ugly looking user interfaces. So what I like about this is that it's beautiful, and that is why I chose this material because it has that beautiful user interface that you can build on top of, so you don't have to start worrying about how you having your script look ugly. So that's what I like about this. So we're not going to build it exactly like this, but we're just going to take the user interface the way it's modern and functional, and then we're going to add those in our script. And we're not going to have as many of these entries, because as a real estate owner, one thing that I've noticed, you have your software as simple as possible so that you can easily train somebody else to insert data. But if you have too many entries, like here, profile, specs, financials, utilities, keys, paint, doors, all this, it's useful, but most of the time people just want to manage they want to manage the payments, the rents, the leases, the documents, and these other details we can just put like a note or something, whereby somebody can just insert these details. Because once you what ends up happening is people have different needs, and creating a software to fit everybody's need is difficult. And what's end up happening, you might put in so many functionalities that the bulkiness of the software makes it difficult for majority of the people to use it. Do you get what I'm saying? I hope you get. But anyway, having too many functionalities makes it okay. This has finished in time, so let's do this. I know it's going to give me another error, but I want to show you PHP artisan serve. Let's go. So yeah, it's going to tell me that my server is running on this URL, which is actually my local server, whatever. So as I open it, let's see. Yeah, so this is the error that I'm talking about. But the good thing about Laravel is you're told what to do. So we are going to run these two commands. We're going to start with npm install, and then okay, so we need to stop the server, so I'm going to press Ctrl C and then npm install. So there's some there's some other packages that are based in JavaScript or something that need to be installed. Then we're going to do npm run dev. Yeah, so as you can see, it takes a while to have this thing running, and it doesn't work from the get-go. So I think this is a very, very important part. If you are not advanced, it's very important for you to see this step, because this is the step that nobody shows you. Okay, it's still loading. Okay, so we're still waiting for things to work. Okay, so anyway, as it's continuing, we can, what do we do now? This is one thing I hate about being live, is now I have nothing to do as we are waiting for this to finish loading. Okay, hope it doesn't take too long. Anyway, so let's just continue using this beautiful software. Like I said, you have to make sure that it's as easy as possible, and yeah, I don't want to speak badly about Tenant Cloud, because I know they've done such a nice job building this software. But based on my usage, and I think it's like common usage, you want to that is why there's this thing in other softwares whereby there is easy mode and advanced mode, like you can switch between, but I know implementing that is going to be a headache, you know, having to hide some other functionalities and having them open when somebody chooses to. It's going to be a headache. So yeah, let's just wait. All right, so let's go with npm run dev. Okay, so anyway, in this first steps in building a software, at least just the way I like to build software, the way I like to build my software is I would like to have the software in like the user interface. I want to have it complete, because mostly I'm a designer, and it really helps me to visualize the software when it's complete. So the way we're going to be building this is we're going to be building the UI, and then later on we're going to start dealing with the controllers and the other functionalities, the database, and so on. Then once we start building those, when it comes to the part of, you know, adding the user interface, it's going to be easy. The reason why I like to do that, like I said, is because I work well when I can fully visualize my product. So I am a designer first, then later on a programmer. We're going to load this PHP artisan serve. Okay, let's see how it looks like now. Okay, good. So as you can see here, this is what we have. We have successfully installed material on our local machine or local, and yeah, so this was the live preview. We're going to close that. So like I said, the first step that I want to go is I want to make this look as complete as possible to my liking, and then I'm going to continue with those other other functionalities, but I want it first of all to look exactly how I would like it to be. So in this tutorial, that's what we're going to do. We're going to be building these layouts, I should say. So yeah, it's going to be tough or not. Let's dive into. So first of all, like I said, I'm going to be heavily inspired by Tenant Cloud. So one of the first things that I like about Tenant Cloud is the fact that you can just come here and so this is a graph, but you have your functionalities here, like commonly used functionalities, you have them here. So add property, I can say it's very useful. Add tenant, add income, add expense, add request, add reminder. These are all good, but add property, the reason add property is going to be useful when you're like using it for the first time, but after the first time, most of the time you're just going to be add income, add expense, add request, add reminder, maybe something like that. So yeah, so let's dive into. So we're going to be moving fast, so we're going to first of all see these elements, and let's see if I can grab an element from one of these pages, and a beautiful element. Let's see. Okay, let's see buttons. Okay, these are good buttons. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to buttons. Let's see if I can use these ones. No. No. Alright, so let's move quickly, by the way. So first thing, let's do this. I'm going to start by removing all kinds of things that I don't need. So I'm going to remove this, all these things that have the word pro in front. So let's go to, so the user interface is usually in the resources, then views, then you have our layouts. I'm going to start guessing which one is which. Menu, vertical menu, this is the one. Just going to start searching for words like what do we have? Analytics. Okay, so not here. Content, authentications, pages, user interface. Okay, so by the way, this is already, I've already discovered our dashboard. So this is our dashboard, but I need our menu. Let's see if this is okay. What is this file? Is this okay? Like, one thing you can do is try to delete an entry. So I think this logistics is this one. So let's see what happens if I delete this part, and then I save. Let's see what happens if I reload. Okay, so found it. So our vertical menus are actually in our vertical menu.json file. Oh, okay, interesting. So we're going to delete these other ones. Wait, I need first of all to study. This one has a pro. This one doesn't have a pro. So when it's okay, blank, fine, good. So target. So this is usually open in a new tab. What this does is open in a new tab. So this will also sell in the pro version. So when you open these pages, the ones that are actually in the pro version, it will open in a new tab. So that's what it is. So let's delete everything. Dashboards. Okay, so we have dashboards here. What I want to do, should I use this? Okay, I want to have these menus. Okay, dashboard. I want to change. Can I change dashboard? Should have dashboard and then properties. Can I do that? So let's just close these other pages so that I'm not confused. Okay, so first of all, let's close one and okay, dashboard badge danger 5. Okay, 5, good. So if I change that to danger 4 or danger 3, this is going to be this number over here. Okay, so this is a very good template. So let's just get rid of okay, let's see, let's get rid of this other one. So the way it works is we have that, then we have layouts, okay, good. Now what we should do, we should copy we should copy this dashboard. Let's see if we can safely copy and then paste it here. Let's see, and then the dashboard, remove the badge, and then remove all these